Hi, today we're going to do the Bakersfield City School District Distance Learning Packet. This is the second packet you've received. This is grade 1, days 1 through 15, and we're going to do day 7 today. We did day 6 yesterday. So if you didn't catch that one and you haven't done that day yet, you can get the link on the Facebook page for Mount Vernon, or you can, if you're on My Class Dojo, it's on My Class Dojo. Alright, so I want to just call your attention to the activity tracker. Remember, in week 2, every time you finish an activity, check off your box. It's a good way to make sure you have everything done. And then at the end, have you sign it, and then you have a parent sign it. And then my class, I'm going to have you take a picture of it and submit it to me on Class Dojo, and that's how I'll know you finished everything. Other teachers may have their own plans for that. Alright, so we are on day 7. The first activity you do is you're reading for 15 minutes, so you can do that at the end of this video. You can use a book of your own. You can use a book that your teacher has sent home for you. The foldable books at the end of the packet. Or you can go on Benchmark Advance or Epic Books or what other reading activities that your teacher has assigned for you for 15 minutes. Alright, and today we're going to reread A Star Party. And we read it yesterday, but today we're going to read it again. It's good to read stories more than once. And we're going to take a look today at some 2-syllable words. So let's look. Let me turn this way. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to read the story together. So let's read it together. A star party. It's dark. Can we start? Carla asked. Carla was having a star party with her friends at the farm. They would look at stars through Mom's telescope. Yes, let's go, Mom said. Outside, far away from city lights, Carla and her friends looked at the sky. They saw many stars. Then they looked through the telescope. One star was big and bright. Mom told them it was a planet, not a star. It was Mars. Let's call it a sky party, Carla said. So today we're going to look at 2 words that are 2-syllable words. And I know these words have 2 syllables because there's 2 different vowel sounds. So we can clap out the syllables for this one. City. Clap that one more time with me. City. What vowel sound do you hear at the first syllable of city? Is the I long or is it short? It is the short sound. Like on the inch card. City. And then the Y, of course, is at the end of a 2-syllable word, so it makes the E sound like we learned on the leaf card. Let's look at this one. And this one, I underlined this word because this is a short word that we know. We have looked at it before. So I thought that might help us to read the word. Planet. Let's clap it out. Planet. One more time. Planet. Look at that A. Is that a short A or a long A? Plan. It has the A sound, so it is the short sound of A. And what about that E? Planet. Is it short or is it long? That is the short sound. Like the egg card. Alright, so that's all we need to do with this story today. So it's just a short day on it, but we are going to do some writing now. Let's look at our writing. So today our writing prompt is to write about a city that you would like to visit. And so we have a couple different cities that I know some people have been to. We have LA or Los Angeles, Las Vegas, San Diego, San Francisco. We also have Fresno if you went to the zoo this year. We have Bakersfield. We live in a city. We haven't been anywhere in our city, so we could write about that as well. So today I'm going to write about Bakersfield because I feel like I haven't been anywhere in Bakersfield in the last month since we've all been home. So I'm going to write about the city of Bakersfield. You do not have to write the same thing that I do. I just want to show you my example so that you know what to do for your example. So I'm going to write, I would visit, and Bakersfield has a capital B because it's a particular city. I would visit Bakersfield. Now I want to put a second sentence and tell you something about Bakersfield. So let me think, what do I want to share about Bakersfield? All right, so I'm going to say what I like about Bakersfield. I like the hockey games there. So I wrote, I like the hockey games there because I enjoy going to the Condor games in Bakersfield, and that's one of my favorite parts of Bakersfield. Now I'm going to read my sentences to make sure that they make sense. Can you read it with me? I would visit Bakersfield. I like the hockey games there. And then after I do the video, I'll draw my picture of Bakersfield, and I'll probably put some hockey in there since that's what I wrote about. So now you're going to write about a city. Again, there's Los Angeles, there's Bakersfield, there's Las Vegas. I know some people went to Las Vegas over Christmas break. So there's some different cities. Pick a city that you would like to go visit, write your sentence, and tell me one thing about your city. And then draw a picture of your city. And then reread your sentence to make sure that they make sense. And when you've done that, you have finished the writing. Alright, so now we're going to look at the grammar. And yesterday we looked at personal pronouns. And we said personal meant they were about us. Today we're going to talk about possessive nouns. Possessive means ownership. It means somebody owns something. It belongs to them. So we know pronouns take the place of nouns. Possessive pronouns show ownership. My, his, her, our, and their are examples of possessive pronouns. I read my book. Mrs. Green sat at her desk. Choose the possessive pronoun from the box that best completes each sentence. Write it on the line. So again, let's read those words. My, his, her, our, their. And these are all high frequency words as well that we have learned. Let's read the sentence. Ella wrote blank name. So Ella's a girl. So whose name do you think she wrote? Ella wrote her name. That makes more sense, right? That she would write her name. So I'm going to put her there. Anthony brought blank flashlight. So Anthony is a boy's name. So whose flashlight do you think he would bring? My, his, her, our, their. Obviously he's going to bring his flashlight. You can't take somebody else's. They wouldn't like that. I packed a blank suitcase. Whose suitcase would I pack? I would pack my suitcase. So if something belongs to you, you say my. We sat at blank desks. Whose desk would we sit at? My, his, her, our, their. We would sit at our desk, wouldn't we? Our. They ate blank snacks. Whose snacks do you think they ate? Did they eat my snacks? His snacks? Her snacks? Our snacks? Or their snacks? I hope they ate their snacks, because anybody else would get mad if they ate their other snacks, right? You can't eat someone else's snacks. I liked blank snack. Now, we have used all of these words. So this means we're going to use a word a second time. Whose snack did I like? Did I like his snack? I didn't taste it, did I? Did I like her snack? I could say our snack. I liked our snack, or I liked my snack. I think I'm going to use my. And you could put our there as well. It would also make sense. So once you've done this page, you are now done with grammar and writing. And we're going to move on to math. Now, if I'm going too fast for you, pause the video so that you can get the page done, and then you can go back to it. Alright, so assuming now you have finished your reading and your writing, because you paused the video whenever you needed to, now we're going to look at math. You can write the same subtraction number sentence two ways. The difference is the same. So we know you can write a problem this way, horizontally. 8 minus 2 equals 6. You can also write the problem up and down, and we call that vertically. 8 minus 2 equals 6. And the thing I want you to notice is, look where the answer is. When you write it vertically, All the numbers line up in a row going up and down. The answer goes below this line. So now we're going to cross out to subtract and write the difference. And we're just going to do the first one together because I know that we have done this a lot. And you did some vertical subtraction yesterday on your packet. 7 minus 2. So the first thing you should do is cross out how many balloons? 2 balloons, right? There's 7, you cross out 2. I always cross out the first ones. I think it's easier that way. Let's count how many are left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the difference is 5. When we write it horizontally, we put the answer after the equal sign. When we do it vertically, we have a 7 and a 2 all in a line. Then we have our line here. This line means equal when you're writing vertically. So I write the answer down below. So now you're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So pause the video and do the rest of those, or you can keep going and come back to those at the end. And when you're ready, press play. All right. The next thing we're going to do is our problem solving. Drawing a diagram. Whoops, and I think my pages are out of order, and they are. Let me put this page to the top. Here we go. So let's write the problem first, and I'm going to show you how you can draw a diagram to solve it. Andrea has 8 stamps. She gives Lee 1 stamp. How many stamps does Andrea have now? So first you have to understand the question. I'm given some information. What do I know? I know Andrea has 8 stamps because it tells me. She gives Lee 1. So she gave away 1. Right here it tells me she gave 1 away. The question tells me what I need to find out. How many stamps does Andrea have now? So when I have finished this, I should be able to tell how many stamps she has now after she gave away 1. So today we're going to draw a diagram to solve. Now when we draw a diagram to solve, that means we're going to draw a picture. And I always have my class draw circles to make it simple, but if you learned it a different way in drawing, you want to draw more elaborate pictures, you may certainly do that. So first thing we're going to do is draw out what we know. Andrea has 8 stamps. So I'm going to draw 8 circles to show her stamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to look at my second thing that I know. She gave 1 away. When you give something away, do I draw another stamp or should I cross out a stamp? So I gave 1 away, I need to cross out 1. So I'm going to cross out 1. Now I'm going to count and see how many are left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many are left? 7. Does the diagram model the problem? Yes, I drew 8, I crossed out 1. So yes, it does. Does my diagram show how many are left? Yes, it shows that she has 7 stamps left. All right, let me pause for a moment. Make sure you can write what you need to on your page. If you need to, you can pause it and write it, and then press play when you're ready. All right, and we're just gonna do one problem today together, and then I'm gonna have you do the other ones on your own. So we're gonna use the diagram to solve. So this is practice from the page we just did. Jim has 7 kittens. So how many kittens does he have? 7. So they drew 7 kittens for you. He gives 5 away. Should I draw 5 more kittens or should I cross off kittens? I should cross off kittens because he gave them away. So I'm going to cross out 5 kittens. 2, 3, 4, 5. How many are left? Let's count how many are left. 1, 2. 2 kittens left. Now you're going to do these other ones on your own. And I want to encourage you, when you draw them out, make sure you don't draw too big and make sure you don't draw too small, because if you draw too big or too small, it's kind of hard to cross off and then count how many are left. So you can either wait till the end to do the independent practice, or you can pause the video now, do the independent practice, and then press play when you're ready to catch up to us. All right. The last thing we're going to do today is we're supposed to write an addition or a subtraction story. You may choose which one you want to write. I'm going to write a subtraction story just because we just did subtraction, so that's kind of what's in my mind right now. So I'm going to write subtraction. So since I'm doing subtraction, I write the word subtraction. If you would rather add, then you would write addition. And you can find that word on your menu for the day, or you can just sound it out the best you can, and your teacher will understand what you're doing. Okay? Once you've written your word, and again, you can pause it if I'm going too fast, you're going to draw your picture to go with your subtraction story. So the next thing you have to do is think of a very simple story that you can write. This isn't the time to write a big page-long story. So you want to do something fairly simple. So we've been making a lot of cookies. I know a lot of people have been doing a lot of baking while we've been home. So I'm going to do cookies. So I'm going to draw 6 cookies. Okay, so there are my 6 cookies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I put 6 right here, and then I'm going to write my sentence right here. I made 6 cookies. Alright, then I said I wanted to do subtraction, so I know I'm going to put a subtraction sign here. If you're doing addition, put an addition sign. Now I'm doing subtraction, so I'm going to have to cross out some of my cookies. So I have 4 kids, so I'm going to cross off 4 cookies, because I would be a nice mom and I'd give out 4 of them. Each of them would get 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, notice I didn't draw too big and I didn't draw too small. You can easily see which ones I've crossed out. So I gave away 4. My picture shows that. There's my equal, which means I'm ready to find out how many I have left. But first I'm going to write down how many I gave away. So I'm going to write I gave away. How many cookies did I give away? 4. So there's the second part of my writing. Now I'm going to look at how many I have left. 1, 2. So 6 minus 4 equals 2. This is my number sentence, which we practiced writing yesterday. Now I'm going to write, what did I want them to know? How? See, I messed up. That's okay. I just crossed off. No big deal. How many are left? And then I put a question mark because that's a question. How many are left? Because I did subtraction, that's what I want to find out. So I write my question. And how many were left? 2. So I'm going to write 2 cookies. That was my answer. So you can do one similar to this and just change the number of cookies. You could do apples, you could do bananas, you could do flowers, you could do trees, you could do little dogs. Whatever you want to do, draw your picture, write your sentence to go with it, and then write your 3 sentences. I have, or I made, I gave away, or I bought more, and how many are left, or how many do I have now. Write your sentences, and once you've done that, this page is finished, and all you'll have left to do is do your 15 minutes of reading, and then you'll be marking it on your activity tracker. Make sure you check all that off, and then you are good for the day, unless your teacher has assigned you other work for the day. All right, have a great day.